course it's over there. So for those of you watching this in the future, which surprisingly quite a few of you actually do, mind blown. What do you guys want to see on my channel? What is it that you guys, what content do you guys want me to make? I got a few ideas, but I want to know what kind of content you guys have been missing out on. It's with things starting to wind down in life in general, just kind of mellowing out towards the end of the year. I'm getting a little bit more time on my hands, so I was thinking, hey, I could make some videos for you guys. Oh wait, hold on, live chat. Oh Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. What's up? No, I want to know, what do you guys want content wise for the channel? Alright, I'll just rewash these because I have no idea what's clean, I have no idea what's dirty. It's all probably dirty. And this is a sock full of nickels. You gotta bring back the crazies. It's the only way, Kappa. Well, here's the thing. There was a couple things I was thinking of video-wise to do, but I would have to title it and, you know, tag it accordingly. So I'm not like anti-global warming or anything like that. This is a video idea I was thinking of. I'm not anti-global warming or anything. If anything, you know, it's like, yeah, the world is warming up. Things are getting kind of fucked up. But it's not as bad as they're making it seem to be. So my video idea would basically not so much debunk like, oh, it's a scam, it's fake. No, it's pro global warming. You know what I mean? I'm not a climate change denier. But it's not as drastic as AOC, for example. Oh, we only have 12 years left until the whole planet just goes to shit. And I'm like, no, those projections are way off because they don't account for modern day advances. They're looking at projections from like the 60s and 70s, and it's like you have to account for the things that we've done since then and the things that we are continuously doing moving forward. But that's not the angle I want to hit. The angle I want to hit is the stupidity. How good for the U.S. economy is glacial drift. Yeah. So there have been warming and cooling cycles before. This is different entirely. So these things they happen over time. So, for example, let's take a look at an ice age. For an ice age to occur, it has something to do with the Earth's position relative to the sun's position to Sagittarius A, which is the middle of the Milky Way. So it's all about positioning. And obviously our planet's really fucking old, so it's been around those positions multiple times. So these things happen on a gradient. It's not like 1 year things are okay, then there's an ice age the next year. No, it's a gradual. We're talking about the temperature going down comparatively for what it's typically supposed to be. It would go down over the course of a couple thousand years up until the ice age would actually occur. It's so gradual that essentially life would adapt as it went. That's, you know, if an ice age just randomly happened, it would just destroy all life on the planet, damn near, you know, and only the ones that were already acclimated to survive would. But then that also it would shock the fauna in the air and all over the world. So, and then that creates another catastrophe. So it's a gradient. It happens gradually over time, a long period of time. So that's, you know, kind of why there's some misconceptions. But my thing, the video that I was thinking of making, and I wanted your guys' take on it, just an idea rolling around in the dome right now, It's basically like, so I was on Kickstarter, right? And I was looking, and not too long ago there was this Kickstarter that was promoted, got on the front page like the day of its release. It's been marketed. They put a lot of money marketing this damn thing. It's a bracelet called Negative. It's basically, they extracted the carbon out of the air and took the carbon and made bracelets out of it. And they're like, so this you're we want to sell, we want to do this Kickstarter where you got, where we're going to be this company where you guys can buy bracelets that cost six fucking $80 a piece. It's $80 for one of these bracelets. And that's carbon that came from the air. You're helping reduce global warming by doing this. And they got funded within 24 hours. And like they have blown past their goal. Like they have done so well. It's fucking nuts. And bravo for them. The problem is that the people that they're targeting are fucking idiots. Because this is the demographic they're targeting, right? It's like, oh, reduce your carbon footprint, or, we're fighting global warming. It's like every time you purchase one of these, you're adding a tremendous amount of global warming. And what do I say when I say that? What do I mean when I say that? Well, take a look at well, we'll start off with shipping. It costs. There's a it 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 you pay for one of these bracelets, it has to get to you somehow. Okay, how's it going to get to you? UPS truck, yeah, uses gas. An airplane uses jet fuel. I mean, any way that this package gets from the manufacturer to you is putting a tremendous strain. By buying one of these bracelets, you're actually adding more to global warming than you're removing. So for the amount of carbon that's in these bracelets, you're adding in thousands upon thousands more back into the atmosphere. It's insane. So you're not, by buying these, you're actually causing more harm than good. The most beneficial thing for the environment would be to not buy one of these, when you really think about it. Also, most importantly, is what about manufacturing of these bracelets? Well, you have to extract carbon from the atmosphere, utilize a carbon scrubber. How does that work exactly? Well, these big ass giant machines that are able to, filter out the carbon um, from the atmosphere, uh, and they're able to like kind of condense it down into a solid chunk. That's great, fine and dandy. That uses a lot of electricity. These machines, this is electricity that is utilized by fossil fuels. So in the manufacturing process of these bracelets, so manufacturing and distribution alone, you're talking, it's an astronomical amount, you know, that you're putting back into the environment. Um, and it just gets me that these people just don't fucking get it. And this kind of idea kind of came from, I was watching a video on Facebook. Wait, consumer emissions are actually a very small percentage of grams emissions. Consumer emissions are actually very. Well, you mean delivery? But that's why I also factored in, production costs, the production toll as well. Like there's multiple facets that you're putting in, but you got to remember, I'm talking about this bracelet, these bracelet with these little carbon beads, and the delivery and the manufacturer, you're putting way more back into the environment than these things have taken out, you know. So that's kind of the point of that. So the thing that got me on this kind of tangent, I was watching this video on Facebook, and I guess in San Francisco, there was an intersection where a bunch of people holding hands were blocking the street, protesting because of global warming. And I saw one angle from it where some guy ripped the people's sign, threw the sign away, the people dispersed, and the cars kept driving. Like this guy had enough. But it got me thinking because I saw another angle of the same thing. Oh, wow, Streamlabs is working. All I'm saying is each individual effort to reduce emissions and go green is wholly ineffectual. Well, yeah, because we're not set up to go green. It would be interesting to see where we would be had it not been for, fossil fuels. I think that, technology would have kind of gone a particular direction. We would have used like trees and shit like that. We got a lot of steam power and stuff, but we'd have to burn something. But we would eventually we would kind of move towards solar. We've had solar technology for well over 100 years, like probably over 200 years. We understand harnessing the power of the sun for a very long time. Utilize the power of the sun to heat up water. The water turns to steam, powers a generator. Okay, and then also we're talking about like Hoover Dam provides a tremendous amount of energy. There are solar, there are wind farms and stuff, and they do provide a pretty good amount of electricity. There's people who want to say, oh, they don't provide enough. I'm like, Hoover Dam is not always generating electricity. It generates a lot, and they have to shut it down because it'll power too much. I mean, also you don't want to drain the fucking lake, so there's that as well. But it's just a very interesting concept. So I'm watching this video of this protest, and these people, man, these people are doing this protest, and it was the same video from another angle, from up in a building right nearby. Well, of course it is. The main way of collecting solar as is utilizing the power of sun to heat water. That's the main way of doing it now. Is you're getting your power from the sun essentially, but at the end of the day, you're still using steam technology, right? But the most efficient, well, not the most efficient, the number one way would be, well, the next level up from that would be heating salt. It's like a salt solution that kind of does the same thing. There's a lot of, that's like the consumer level residential, back in like the late 80s, early 90s, that type of solar technology. A lot of that was done, well, actually started off with water heaters, is that you would get your hot water from your solar panels because the water would run under the solar panels that would get hot from the sun, and then because of the heat transfer of the water in it, that's how that would work. So the same thing with that is with yeah, yeah, totally. I don't know enough about graphene to spit it from my lips, but basically it's, on paper, a cure-all for technology. I don't think it's necessarily a cure-all, but I do think it's the next step in computing as opposed to, using silicon. So with the way that we manufacture boards and transistors and stuff now, we're very limited. We're kind of getting to near perfect. Well, to be truly near perfect, it would have to harness 100% of the light that hits it, which that's not really. I wouldn't consider that even a feasible thing whatsoever. Would I say it'd be really close? Yeah, it'd be a lot more efficient than it is now. I mean, currently as is, I think it's like between 18 to 20% that we can efficiently get out of a solar panel from the light that it gathers from the sun. Um, so there are other ways where we basically, there's other solar panels that we have that they're wired up in wattages and stuff of how many watts that they can actually generate from the sun, and the angle has to be just right so that when the sun hits them, it can basically collect, electrons, or it excites electrons and stuff from the photons hitting it, and then that's what provides you charge. You see a lot of like consumer grade, portable chargers that have some sort of solar panel attachment, or some sort of solar panel flip out thing that you take when you go hiking or whatever. Which, if you're going hiking and you have it, it's good for, like, I guess survival situations and stuff. But I don't know. Anyway, I'm getting caught off on a tangent. I just want to know. I just wanted to know what kind of video content you guys want me to put up on the channel. And then here we go. Okay. Thank you, Streamlabs. You're going to annoy everyone with that. Yeah, I'm kind of looking just to shoot the shit tonight. My brain's a bit to kind of getting anything deep. Not as bad as Nightbot, but at least it's doing something. At least it's working, I guess. All right. Write down some ideas. I'm gonna pick up these clothes, put them in the hamper, and let me know your ideas. I'm trying to give fake wife her part of the room back. That's kind of the plan. I'm not gonna lie, I know for a fact some of these are clean, but the cat's been sleeping on them, so they're probably not anymore. So. Oh, the Kickstarter is probably going to fail. I just wanted to throw that out there. I'm looking at my projections and stuff, and it's not looking very good. Because I have zero budget for advertising, I've tried posting it in different places. Reddit was a really hard one. There's a couple places that allowed me to post it, the Kickstarter, but most places, because it's considered self-advertising, then they considered it spam and removed it. So that just is what it is. Well, that's the plan. I'd love to kind of get back on that. I'd love to have some people back on. I just don't have the means to do that. I need to have a computer. I need to stream from a computer in order to do that, because I need to be able to work with I need to work with OBS with its settings so that I can have my voice put on the stream, have Discord set up so that they can hear Discord as well. But unfortunately, I just can't do that now. So we'll get there eventually, just not now. Yeah, so the Kickstarter is probably going to be a failure. So we've raised about a little over I think like $440. I think we're like 12, 13% there, something like that. We got 18 days left to go. The way that it's trending, it's not going to happen. And I've had to accept that. However. Mace Valor does not admit defeat. Not at all. That doesn't mean that no one wants to buy my book. Not really. Instead of funding the book, I'm just going to release it. So, part of the reason why I'm arranging the closet is once the book was done, I kind of walked away from it. I haven't really gone back and written anything because I haven't had to. So I'm kind of gearing up the closet again because I'm going to be readying the book for release, but not in the way that you guys think. So this is what's going to happen, because remember, I have no budget for this, and because the Kickstarter is going to fail, I'm not going to have any money for it. So I'm going to do this the way that Hugh Howey did. Well, I never actually officially hired him. He offered to do it. He gave me a quote. We agreed upon the amount, but because I didn't have the money yet, we didn't sign any contract. So fortunately, I'm not like beholden to anything, which it does suck, and I would like to use that very same editor in the future, because I've looked at some of the stuff he's edited before, and it's gone on to do very, very well. A lot of the stuff that he's worked on has sold hundreds of thousands of copies, which is nice, and I would like to be behind that. Griffin Smith. I think his last name was Smith, if I'm correct. It's been a while since I've looked at our emails, but anyway. Hey, what's up? See, when you release it, put the title, the video for the release date. My new book is done. When I release what? The book? So here's plan B. I'm not saying that the Kickstarter has failed because it's not over yet. Anything can happen. An angel investor or a surge of people that just want the ebook could come in at a moment's notice. You never know. So I'm not losing faith on that. However, it's most likely going to fail. I just got to be upfront and be honest. I'm not going to lose sleep. I'm not going to upset myself over this whole thing. I'm going to adjust course and I'm going to move forward. And the book is still coming out. It's just, unfortunately, not going to be as polished as I want it to be, but it will still be done. So I'm not going to be able to afford any kind of editing, and that includes proofreading, which means I need to do all the proofreading, grammar correction, this, that, and the other myself. The stylistic things that the editor would have done, like that's part of developmental editing, making sure that certain things are consistent, dialogue is written in a very particular way, that it's not flat, this, that, and the other. All of that stuff that would have been handled by the editor is still not going to be done. It's going to be 99% the way that it is now. I'm going to go through on my own. There's a couple like grammar, spelling, whatever programs that I can get a hold of that can assist me with cleaning it up, but not in any major way. That's what the editor was for, to be a professional set of eyes, to literally go through line by line, chapter by chapter, paragraph by paragraph, and highlight damn near the entire fucking book with errors, based upon his professional opinion for how it should be. Given said that, unfortunately, that's not what's going to happen. So what we're going to do is the Kickstarter is probably going to fail, but before it fails, I'm going to be ready to release the book anyway. But we're not going to be releasing Shelter. We're going to be releasing Shelter Part 1. And for shits and giggles, on my fucking birthday, which is February 13th, we'll release Shelter Part 2. So, at a reduced price from what it would have been, you can read, because it's going to be cheaper for me to release, to do it in like 50-50, basically. So, the chapters 1 through 15? Hold on, let me double check. I'm pretty sure it's chapters 1 through 15. It'll be chapters 1 through 15. Yeah, chapters 1 through 15 will be released in November. It'll be before Thanksgiving. It'll be out. Probably around my son's birthday, my youngest son's birthday. It'll be out. I am gonna have to probably pony up $100 around that right before then. There are some things I do need to do. I do need to have it formatted, and because I don't have a desktop computer, I don't have a laptop, I can't format it on my own. So I do have to pay to have someone actually format the damn thing, so I can sell it on Kindle. So it's gonna be on sale on Kindle for $2.99 because it's half of what the full book would have been. The full book was going to be like $9 almost. It was me $8.99, but you get half of the book, part 1 and then part 2. So it's at a reduced cost. And then I have to go over pricing, but I'm going to probably do the same thing with the paperback. I'll release a paperback, no hardcover, unfortunately, but I'll release a paperback version of the book, and that will be probably about $8.99 as well. That was going to be $14.99, but I have to keep within certain margins. So I'm going to do a part 1 and part 2, and I kind of developed a marketing strategy for it for when it is released. So I don't want to go off on a tangent on that. I got notes for days, but yeah, so I'm being optimistic. I'm being positive about this whole experience, and yeah, I'm gonna have to pony up what money I can. Like I said, it's just hard when shit's tight. But fortunately, I've been good with work. So main focus right now is find a replacement car, for me, and then after that, set some money aside for, just to have that stuff done. Uh, for the Kickstarter, for a professional editor and stuff, I need at least $2,500 for it, and that's just not gonna happen. I have a strange feeling that my mom would do that for me, but I don't want her to. My mom's done a lot for me, and I really appreciate it, and that would be a very major thing. She's done more than enough for me, especially in this past year. So I wouldn't want her to do anything like that. She's kind of been hinting towards it, and I'm like trying to remind her, I got this, I got this. But I think what it really is it's less of me wanting my mom to do that, because when you're a parent, you want your kid to succeed. So any parent would kind of want to help you with that. It's more so that I worked so hard on this. If it's successful, I want it to be because it's something that I arranged. It's something that I set up. That's kind of what I want. And yeah, it might be known on YouTube to a small crowd of people. Just a small community that might know this face. There's a few people out there that have seen my Twitch channel. But it's all so far removed from a novel, which is kind of why there's some video content that I want to do that is just something I want to do. It's not gig economy stuff, but it's not just me in front of a camera just trying to come up with something just to release a video. It's something that I'd be interested in. But I don't know. I'm running off on a tangent, doing that thing that I fucking do. God. Anyway, I'm hopeful. I'm optimistic. And I'm just trying to stay positive, and I'm gonna find a solution for it. When I was in Korea, I think they were sunglasses. I got a pair of Calvin Klein sunglasses for really cheap. And ever since then, I've held on to this case. You see, it's like rusted and stuff. Why do I still have this case? Why do I have this cheap ass case? It's just held in with glue. It's trash. I don't need it. That's the hardest part about cleaning shit, is figuring out what to throw away. Like, you look at some of the shit you have, you're like, justifying, like, having something that you never look at, you never touch, you never use. And then having that conversation with yourself, do I keep or throw it away? And all these justifications start coming up. It's like, why are you bullshitting yourself, Mace? Why are we doing this? Goes there. Anyway, you at home? You home? I'm at home. What is your question? How are you, Foibles? How are you doing, bud? How are you doing? Let's see. Fuck autocorrect. Yeah, I'm at home if that's your question. Yeah, I'm at home. I'm just chilling, dog. Alright, let's look at the Kickstarter real quick. Wow, there's a lot of like climate related stuff on Kickstarter right now. It is ridiculous. That's crazy, man. Fucking hell, god damn it. I hate having to re-put my password in like a billion times. A bunch of people have looked at my video. That's good. Interesting. Well, I think what I'll do is for everyone that donated towards my book during my Kickstarter, even though it failed, I want to get them a copy of my book, but it's going to cost quite a bit of money just to print the damn things. So I'll at least send them a copy of the ebook for free. It's at least, sup, the party has arrived, fuckers. How are you doing tonight? Welcome. Tell us about this awesome party. Great, how about you? I'm just talking about the failure of my Kickstarter, or the potential, which isn't a bad thing. It just means that we need to redirect course, which is fine. I mean, hell, Hugh Howey, when he wrote the Wool series, I almost played beer pong. You should have played beer pong. That's what you should have done, but you didn't. So I'm going to show you guys something. I don't want you to make fun of me. This is a plank of wood. And I can be artsy craftsy sometimes. So here's a picture of my oldest son when he was a baby. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good picture of a little guy. A little bit of plank of wood, some Mod Podge, and a photo. That's all you need. I don't think it came out right. Yeah, I'd like to make more of them. Nice proof of concept right here. Yeah, you're welcome. Now, beer pong's fun. If you've never played, it's enjoyable. Even if you're not actually drinking, it can still be fun. It's a game. I'm glad that you're on right now. I'm glad that you're on. I don't want you to just leave. I'm going to say a word and hopefully it'll keep you around. Autism. There's a friend. There's a person that I went to high school with that we're friends on Facebook. And I guess she has a kid that's autistic. I don't fucking know. I've never met the guy. But growing up, my mom had a friend. Let's call her Sharon because that's her fucking name. Sharon had a daughter with autism, and I've seen this girl since She was a baby all the way until she's grown up into an adult now. So I've had a perception of someone growing up with autism and what the family had to do, this, that, and the other. But with with this other girl, Marcy, that's her fucking name, because that's her name. Yeah, IRL. Marcy, this person I went to high school with that has a son with autism, allegedly. It's so weird how she just blasts it out on social media so often. Um, and it kind of makes me feel bad for the kid. It's like the mother is using the kid's autism to kind of promote her posts or whatever, or like feel sorry for me kind of thing, which I think is just fucking disgusting. I mean, yeah, sure, there should be some awareness, and it's not something we shouldn't talk about. But at the same time, though, on the level that this person's doing it, in posts that are seemingly unrelated, um, it's just kind of sickening. I don't know. I'm here. I'm kind of biased from the fact that I'm already fucking disgusted with this bitch. But it's like, what the fuck is wrong with people? Yeah, whatever. I mean, this is the same girl that did it. She did it at work. She did primary. Like, if you can name an MLM, she was a part of it. You know, and not too bright up in here. Ladies and gentlemen, this is an Apple iPad Mini. I think it's a 2. Not sure. I got this for free in my trade school because we did all of our work on this. We did our work, we did our tests, we did everything on our iPads, and then when we left, we got to take them with, which was nice. But it was added on to the cost of tuition, so we actually paid for these. Um, yeah, look at that. Look how fucked up that is. But it still turns. Wait, it's probably dead, but it still turns on. Still works technically. I've got so much more to go through on here. And people are leaving. Okay, that's fine. Thank you, Streamlabs. If it wasn't for you, this would be a very empty live stream. Well, and Foibles. I mean, I can't forget about Foibles, obviously. I miss talking with Foibles in photo. It was a lot of fun. There were times where we would just get on and just shoot the shit with each other, man. And I've talked to Photo, but the last time I actually played a game with him, we were playing, I think it was Dark Souls. And I rage quit. There was this one part where I just kept fucking dying and dying and fucking dying. Flash forward to now, since then, and I've actually gotten good. Surprisingly, on a controller that's broken, the forward, the left analog sticks forward, so you're always at least walking. Oh my god, Sen's Fortress took me forever. I mean, it's not the enemies. I memorized the enemies and where they were and everything, this, that, and the other, but I had my own little strat. It got to the point where I can get from the bottom of Sen's Fortress up to the top with enemy, like avoiding the enemies and everything. I think it's like 1 minute and 20 seconds. I think that's how fast my run is up there. But yeah, man, Sen's Fortress was just rough. And I finally got all the way to the top. All the way to the top. And then when I went to fall down onto the bonfire, I went too far. And fucking died. I haven't died on a single boss battle yet. I've used the NPCs and everything, but even Og and up in Anor Londo, the duel fight. I don't know how I did it, but I killed the fuck out of both of them. Killed the dragon priest first, and then I killed Og, which that's what everyone said is easiest to do. So now I'm in I'm headed towards the bone guy. I left. Hold on. Oh, okay. Where did you leave off on? Because you're 5 minutes, but holy shit. Okay. Then I'm gonna be quiet for a little bit, and then you can just fast forward, if that's even a fucking thing. I don't know. Wait, does it have like a DVR function? I can't remember. I think that's something I have to set up. All right. Yeah. You catch up, and I'll. All right. I know what I have to do. It's a thing. What's a thing?
I'm thinking because I had to drag Tristan in there this morning because he wanted me to pull out the piano, and it turned into a huge thing. Started flaming on the floor.
Right.
And since he crawls under the bed, I'm trying to figure
Here's the
out
thing. I was thinking of covering it because I was mainly thinking it was hurt, and then one thing that happened to it. So I was thinking of covering it up. Well, originally trash bags.
Don't you have like a blanket up there? Like a sheet?
Do you want me to just put a sheet on it? It's fine. I can put whatever on it. Just that I know that if she goes under there, she's, you know,
Oh yeah.
or
I know if you put it back under there, he's gonna think it's garbage and needs to go out. I'm just thinking of him.
true.
Unless you put garbage and then put the sheet over.
I don't really have any. Oh wait, hold on. I should have one. Here we go. The one from the blow-up mattress.
Yeah, I thought it was some blue sheet. That's what I mean.
Alright.
Like I said, you could do trash bags and then cover it with the sheet.
Do trash bags.
Yeah.
Up to you.
Not yelling.
Not yelling. Alright, let's see. Are we all caught up yet? Oh wait, here we go. That's you're answering my question. Alright, so I think a lot of parents try to do it for awareness, but there's a level of privacy as they are vulnerable populations. It's a tricky situation, especially since they can't often grasp social media. So the intentions are probably good, poor execution. Let me second that thought real quick. Ashley, you know Marcy, right?
Yeah.
This bitch. So you ever seen her post, and almost every other post is autism this, autism that?
Yes.
Do you feel like it's less autism awareness and more so her just using her child as a way to glorify herself in some manner?
Well, I feel like her kid has autism, and by her speaking about it and hashtagging it and everything is kind of like almost to make her feel like she's a better mom for taking care.
That's
That's
the
what you
angle.
mean?
That's the angle. All right.
It's not like those ones were properly kids.
Here's the words that I could not describe myself. I know that, but I missed what he said, and I want to hear it. So here's the deal. Here's the deal with this Marcy bitch. So, Ashley described it perfectly. The, there's the side of the coin where it's awareness and whatnot, but with the way that Marcy does it, it's like the pity party poor me thing, where by showcasing that she has a child with autism, it's a way to make herself look better. Like, oh, my kid has autism. I'm such a good mommy just because he has autism, kind of deal. That's like the best way to describe these posts and shit. So, because they're just so gratuitous. I'm probably gonna need another one. the fuck kind of good does awareness do for these people? They need understanding, not just awareness. Activism is... That is true, Foibles. Thank you. That kind of goes back to a language thing. It's like, yeah, you can sit there and say, well, it's a language thing. I don't know how else to say it. It's just, that's the word people chose to describe, you know? And I'm pretty sure a lot of us are already aware it's a thing. This trash bag smells good.
Yeah, no, I get this one.
He does. Did I get something? Awareness helps others not to be shocked and unprepared when meeting someone in person. I do it mainly in person advocating, but itself autism be more normalized in society. More normalized. We all want a fair shot of the pie. We all want to be treated as people. I don't think that we should be treated equally necessarily. I think that we should be given the same courtesies and whatnot. But, you know, I think that at the end of the day, we should all be treated as human. You know? What's so wrong with that? Nothing. Parents all parent differently. Being an autism mom, it's hard, so I give that to her. If that's her outlet, I mean. Trust me, if you knew this girl, you would want CPS to take her kids away. So wait, Marcy also does meth, right?
I don't know if she still does, but I think she has.
Wait, no, what am I talking about? She used to hang out with Brandy. Yeah, Marcy also does meth. I forgot to mention that. So, and that's not just me like, oh, well, by the way. No, like for real, my ex-wife, which is the reason why my son doesn't live with her anymore, yeah, used to get her fucking meth from Marcy. So, this bitch is Breaking Bad, you know? This over here. I really don't want to have to go through all this, but eventually I will have to. Oh. I think it's just the top of the bell curve. Oh, wait. I think everyone should get equal opportunities. If they're able to do the same skills as someone without autism, there should be no discrimination. Okay. Normally it's just the top of the bell curve. Some actualization is hard, understandably. However, I'd argue one doesn't need to be normal to be confident or self-assured. People can do amazing things. Regardless. You know, every time I turn on the light in the kitchen, it's like a horror movie. Does it flicker?
Yeah, I know. All the time.
Ah! Okay.
You can do it, honey. We believe in you.
Thank you. We? Who's the we? We as in
Me and my cat.
you and your cat? Well, I appreciate it. You just had to buy the biggest piano possible, huh? Talk to your son about that. I don't even play the piano. The only thing I've played is
No,
your guitar.
remember, you do play the piano, which is why I was stupid for trying to teach you, because you knew how.
What are you talking about?
Miles' house.
No, I was confused on what you were trying to do because you were sitting there doing stuff with the keys, but you weren't telling me what you were trying to do.
And I was showing you.
I didn't know because you never expressed that to me.
And then you yelled at me.
Because I didn't know what was going on.
That's not how you act to respond to people. You
No,
knew Miles
I
said
kept
you played
asking
too
you,
much.
I don't understand what you're trying to do right now. Can you please tell me? And you wouldn't. I'm like,
Did you think that warranted being yelled at?
no, because I'd ask you like a million times and you just
That didn't
refused.
answer the question.
What are you talking? Yeah.
You said no, that did not do that.
All right. Yes.
Yes,
Then the answer to your question is yes, because
I deserve to be yelled at over a small piano get together.
no, it's because it went on for like 30
It
minutes.
was not 30 minutes.
I
You're so
kept-
fucking dramatic.
Oh Christ. All right. Oh Jesus. Well, yeah, yes. Ah. I mean, I see where both you guys are coming from. Yeah, this might come out the wrong way, so please do not get mad at me for this. But I've never been a big fan of society being forced to cater to the needs and desires of an individual. The individual should then adapt to society. So, people with autism, like you said, that they're able, right? Yeah, of course that they're able. So by all means, go for it. Let them do whatever is within their ability. The normalization thing, I totally get the perspective on it, but I still don't think that we should go out of our way to kind of force everyone in society to kind of take this stance or whatever. So the real question is how do we educate people that is not in a forceful way, just so that they know better. You know what I mean? So, because you don't want to like impose anything on anyone. No. That's what I'm saying. A lot of people off the top, because of misconceptions and stereotypes and stigmas to some extent, people aren't entirely familiar with that idea. So because of that, that's why they don't ask the person; they ask you on their behalf, because they're just unaware and uneducated on the matter. So how do we inform society that this is like a thing that you can do that's perfectly fine? How do we remove these stereotypes and stigmas and stuff? I think that's kind of the root cause of it. True. Where is that blanket? I was trying to open it.
You're so full of shit. You scared my cat.
She's fine.
My name's Zachary. I'm a little bit of a...
Hey, when I'm live streaming, it's Mace.
Oh, nice. You're so short, just how I like you.
Short?
Yeah, short.
I'm like one of the tallest guys you know.
Steven's
Do
tall.
not utter that name in this house. And it's dumb.
I think Chris is around your height. He's like 5'10".
Are we just gonna go down like this fucked up memory lane or what?
You're the one that brought up the others. My black book.
You have a black book?
Of course I do.
The damn thing, man. Hold on. Alright, where was I? Let's see, can you fix your poster to be straight? Which one? Well, yeah, humiliate and ridicule. I don't think anyone, it's just rude, I don't know which poster's fucked up. What do you mean? I think they're pretty good.
Were they worth the investment?
Huh?
Were they worth the investment?
Not talk about that? I'm trying my hardest with this campaign, but I don't like being reminded, like, oh, just to let you know, you're a failure.
I didn't say that.
That's kind of how
I
it's
think
come
you
out.
need to print out free.
Well, it was to promote the book. So. All right, now that that's under there, I think I'm done cleaning for tonight in here, which technically I'm not, but progress is progress, am I right? All right, let's get back at this stream. I've been away from you for far too long. All right. How's Zemfrit doing? That's what I want to know. Because I have not gone on his stream in God knows how long. I pissed him off the last few times I went there because I would show up, do the quote command, and then leave. And he did not like that. Let Macy Boy follow his dream. What is Nightbot doing here? You are like an angel. You are too sweet to pieces of shit like him. And me to some extent. No, Zemfrit's Look, I at least have redeeming qualities. Zemfrit, on the other hand, give me one redeeming quality on this guy. His raps? No. He does not have bars, are you kidding me? God. That's why white guys shouldn't rap. Because of guys like him. Oh, that's good. Dude, I am so sick of the whole weight situation. Because I'm at the point where I've like literally plateaued. The only way I can lose weight is if I work out. I don't want to do that at all because I'm fucking lazy. But I do want to look good, man. Oh my god, dude! Back when I was in the army, we were kind of forced to work out 24/7, so I did look pretty good. But man, when I got out the army, I put the pounds on. I'm in the best shape I've been in my entire since I got out of the army. I'm currently in the best shape that I've been since then. So 2014. Yeah, going on 6 years, 5 years out of the army, and he told me to fuck off. So why did he do that? That's fucked up. Look, man, if you're not like a child, whatever, diddler, if you're not, there are certain elements of being a decent human being, and if you do not meet any of the bad shit, then I think you should be good to go. You know, but there's a lot of shit people in the world, unfortunately. There's a lot of shit people in the world. And I have 2 jobs tomorrow. One of them is I have to put doors and knobs on counters, on cabinet doors and stuff. Cabinet doors and drawers is what I have this for. So totally looking forward to that, said no one ever. Oh shit, is that even gonna fit? Oh, that's for doors. This one's for the drawers. So this is pretty dope. You basically, watch, you take this, you put it on the drawer. Well, first you measure, find your center. There should be a line. Oh, fuck, there's no line on this thing? Well, there's supposed to be a line right down the middle. Whatever. You find the center, you line it up, and then wherever the holes are for the size of the handle, that's where you drill. So this is a very standard rule set. This is for doors. So you basically take this bad boy, you throw it up in the corner, and then you basically do the same as you would with the drawers. Drill your holes, and then you're good to, you know, kind of get everything going. This has been out in the sun for a while. I can't see, it's kind of warped, but I'm pretty sure it'll work just fine. Yeah, if I put some pressure on it, it flattens it out so I can get the appropriate length. Make sure. Yeah, that should work just fine. Perfect. Oh God, serious. How's the boy toy doing? Wait a minute. Shut the hell up, Nightbot. Yes, Nightbot, shut up. He's fine, thanks for asking. That's perfectly fine in the Army now. When I joined, you were not allowed to be gay. It was under the don't ask, don't tell policy. My brother-in-law, ex-brother-in-law, / oh God, this is fucked up. So my mom, her fiance, my stepdad basically, he has a nephew, and his nephew married my sister. I know, it's fucking weird. No blood relation or anything. It's weird. So technically it's not weird because my mom and him aren't married. So him and my sister got married. But it's not weird because they're divorced now. But the weird part is he's a tranny, so there's that too. Which neither of us knew, no one knew about until after the marriage. So that was a nice shock to everyone. Anyway, he got kicked out of the military when that came to light, because even though it was okay to be gay, it was not okay to be a man that thinks he's a woman, or a woman that thinks he's a man, or I don't fucking, Jesus Christ, you know how confusing that shit gets. So I've actually met a couple of trans here. Yeah, because now it's okay. Which, look, I think it's perfectly fine. You want to be whoever you want to be. I may not personally agree with it, and I might think that scientifically you could say there's something fucked up with you. But at the end of the day, if that's who you are and that makes you happy personally and it doesn't hurt anyone else, by all means, have at it. Go ahead and chop off your fishing pole. But come on, man. At the end of the day, let's face fucking facts, man. It is unfair to the American taxpayer for them to shell out the money for that. And the problem that I have with it, with trannies in the military, is it's one thing to say, hey, I'm transsexual. Oh, cool. You want to join the Army? That's fine. Yeah, and when I join the Army, I haven't done any of the surgery. I haven't done any of the hormones because it costs too much. So the Army is going to take care of all of it. The Army is going to accommodate itself to me. That's the part that I think is fucked up. I don't like that. He went from female to male and then failed his PT test and got the boot. That's it, man. That's the thing, though. They want... Dude, it's like you said it. You said everything without me having to say shit. That is exactly the problem, man. That is exactly it. Is that they want all these crazy changes, but they don't really want all the consequences that go with it. So there was this college that it was an all girls school, and I can't remember the name of the college. I remember reading the article about it. It was all girls college, right? Well, this person was a transsexual, tranny, whatever the fuck, you know. It was a male, or it was a female, then transitioned to male, something like that. Um, yeah, it was a female that transitioned to male. So based upon how the school was, they went off of your biological gender. So because they were born a female, the school let this person in. Now, while attending this school, this individual wanted to be a part of like the student government. So this person, this white male now, ran for the student body president at this all girls college. And all the girls it's so confusing. It's so hard to keep track. But all these other girls started talking mad shit, and they put out all these things like, you're part of the patriarchy, and fuck you, and this, that, and the other, and there's no way we're going to let you win. They did everything they could to get him denounced. Because, you transition from female to male, you're then part of the problem, allegedly. You may not be born a man, but now that you are a man, well, you're shit, you're trash. It's like, it's the those people eat themselves alive. They do. It's like everything that they advocate for. It's like, oh, trans rights, and a lot of these trans rights, if you really look at it, are more focused on male to female, right? If you all the big tranny news and everything, there's not a whole lot on female to male. We don't shed too much of a light on that because we don't want to pinpoint the man, right? Because you're not a trans man. You're just a man in the eyes of the argument, So when you have this male that transitioned to female, well, that's a female in the argument. That's when it's a big deal. That's when it kind of wants to go crazy with it and shit. So that's what I'm talking about, man. It's like these people, like, they eat themselves alive. Like they there's no fucking unity. There's no loyalty. There's no sense of, being on the same page as far as anything that you're fighting for. It's what the fuck, dude. It's fucked up. Madison's still here? Should probably take off. Oh, wait, I got all these wires and shit. So, yeah. So I moved the dresser back over there. And then right here in this corner, I brought the desk back. So, that's fun. That's great. And the next plan is right here in this spot. All of this tower will go there. So I can give her her space back. So that's the plan. So, because I've taken hostage of this closet for too long. So there is still more work to be done, but I don't want to do any more tonight on it. So, you guys got anything else for me, or is that going to be about it for tonight? Probably. I have some tacos from Jack in the Box. I should probably go eat those. It's still early. It's only 10 o'clock. Oh yeah, so I put out this thing, some bulk Pokemon cards and stuff, and I put it out for free. I was just gonna throw it in the trash. I was like, well, maybe someone will come and pick it up because it's just garbage to me. But I was like, hey, here's some Pokemon cards. Put them on the Facebook Marketplace for free. Holy shit, my phone is still blowing up because of it. And this one dude, Um, he he messaged me a couple times. That's a man of class. Nice. D Williams, D Williams, DEE Williams. You'll thank me later. Um, Sophie Locke, Jasmine James, there's a bunch of other names I can't remember off the top of my head. Personal favorite. How do you say her name? Hitomi Takini or something like that. I think you know who I'm talking about when I say that. Hitome? Brah. Brah. I mean, a lot of the videos are piss poor quality. Like, the resolution sucks. Dude, brah. That's all I gotta say. Brah. You know? I know. Do you have a favorite? I have a favorite. My favorite is the library. That's all I gotta say. I ain't gonna say nothing else. The library. That's the personal favorite. Inspiration, dog. Inspiration. D. Williams has a really good one. It doesn't have I think it has a name. I can't remember it. It's a really fucked up. It's not fucked up actually. It's kind of all. It's all her fault. But there's a storyline, right? So apparently, it's one of those my friend's hot mom things. And so she's like, uh, apparently her son's friend comes over. This good looking dude, right? For some reason his balls are like super red. I don't get it. They're like red, not like inflamed, but they're just like red. I don't get it. Anyway, so this dude comes over and it's like, yeah, yeah, and she's like, I guess he works with Indigo Whites. I'm more of a Brittany White guy, so I think it's because she has a lot of white features. I'm you're fucking racist. It's like, dude, no. It's like I'm not really attracted to black girls unless they just look white with black skin. Like, I like white girls, man. Come on. So it's the feature thing. That's what gets me. It's the features. So yeah, so D. Williams. So this guy comes over. He's like a coworker of her son, and apparently the son's been embezzling money, right? And because the mom's talking about how he's had such a great year and he's made all this money, and he's like, yeah, well, we're gonna have to fire him. He's been embezzling money from the company, even though he's only worked there for like a week. The storyline never makes any fucking sense. So, so she's begging for him to not say anything to the bosses for just a couple days. And then that kind of goes from there. Then there's another girl. I can't remember her name. That one is one I really like as well. But the vast majority of videos that she's in, I can't watch them because of the storyline. Because it fucks with you. Sometimes, like, there's certain categories I just can't do. I might like the actress, but because of the subject matter of the story, and not who listens to the fucking story, right? But once you hear what the storyline is, or even just the title alone, it can turn your brain off. So a lot of the like step siblings thing, it's like a weird taboo. It's like, oh, we're not supposed to, which makes it so hot. It fucks with my head to where skip. Let's find this actress in something else. And unfortunately, the vast majority of her stuff is all fucked up family shit. So, but she has had some where that's not the case, and I can't fucking remember her fucking name. I think My Family's Pies or some shit. There's the one girl. Oh hell yeah! My roomie just went out on CQ. All I gotta say, D. Williams, DEE Williams. You will not be disappointed. Okay. So you do that. Fucking gross. I am. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I should probably just move all this shit over. I'm tired of making noise, but I want her to have her closet back, so She deserves. She at least deserves that. So. All right. As always, I'm your oh so glorious and beloved Mace Valor. Signing off.